What's up everybody, it's Lids, and we're back for some more Gwent, and today we're playing more of the Battle Rush seasonal event, which is an alternate game mode in which players only have 8 seconds to take their turn and 15 seconds to choose cards in between rounds, which is really fast. That means that any deck that you use in this event needs to be designed to play quickly. Last time we played a simple, safe deck with somewhat limited high-end potential, but this time, we're going all in. So let's go take a look at the deck. So today we'll be playing a Syndicate Jackpot deck that focuses on generating a bunch of coins, then either using cards that automatically get boosted when we have coins or whenever we generate more coins, or cards that spend coins in big chunks, unleashing one of the new cards that is absolutely amazing. So for coin generation, Imke is great because she gives us 2 coins every turn, whereas the Tax Collector can be your backup plan, giving you 1 coin per turn. Then you can also get a chunk of coins from the Beggar, and the Mutants Maker, especially because we do have Devotion, so we don't need to worry about destroying one of our units. Then we have several cards that get boosted whenever we generate coins, like Bincy, and the Townsfolk, which is basically just a weaker version of Bincy. Then as long as we have at least 4 coins, then Peaches is also worth 1 point per turn. But in terms of actual spenders, Savolla is the big one, because we pay up, we get that huge Savolla's Frightener. Tinboy deals a lot of damage and can deal even more damage if we pay the tribute for him. Then Moreelse either deals 4 damage, or if we pay the tribute, can outright destroy a card, which is awesome. Then whenever we have 5 or fewer cards in our hand, Fallen Rayla will get boosted whenever we use one of those big tributes. Then once we have spent 9 coins on tributes, the King of Beggars will get summoned from our deck onto the playing field, so we want to make sure he's never in our hand. He will refund us coins when we pay those tributes, and then once he's on the board, we can spend coins to boost him up. So this is just a ridiculously powerful point swing. If, for example, we use Savolla to get the Frightener, King of Beggars will immediately come out, and we'll still have coins to spare to boost the King of Beggars. So those are the big combos, but now I'll flip through the deck to show you what else we have. And the Sausage Maker can give us Resilience, so he's another good spender. Azar Javed, a defender to help protect, often Bincy, but also is a small spender for tributes if we still need to find a way to get the King of Beggars out. And Flying Redanian, if we get to 9 coins, we'll get summoned either from our deck or from our graveyard, so that's another card we want to make sure is not in our hand. As well as the Sewer Raiders and the Casino Bouncers, because they can also get summoned from our deck, so we only want to have 1 in our hand at a time. And Bloody Good Fun, other than Moreelse, is one of our only ways of outright removing a card, so if we have a bunch of coins, this could be a ton of damage. So there's a look at the deck, and like I said, it is definitely more ambitious than our previous deck, because we need to manage generating coins, spending coins, and, of course, having enough points to win. But with no order abilities, this deck is still considerably faster to play than other decks. So if you're up to the challenge, then this could be an extremely powerful deck for this event. Just understand that with that additional deck complexity, you are increasing the probability of misplays. But the deck is strong enough that even with a few mistakes, you can still get the win. So let's go see it in action. Alright, so going up against Scoia'tael here, and they'll go first. Okay, so we have the Flying Redanian in hand, let's get rid of that. Then, do we have 2 Sewer Raiders? I don't think so. Oh, King of Beggars, let's get rid of him. Okay, they're gonna go with, at least initially, some hand boosting. Let's go with coin generation with Imke. We have a whole lot of coin generation here. Okay, so they will lock her, which is unfortunate because she was our best coin generator, but we do have alternatives. Getting a ton of cards out from their deck. Tax Collector basically being a worse version of Imke, but hey, still gives us coins. Then Nature's Rebuke is probably to get rid of Tax Collector. Well, guess what? We have another one. That's what I meant when I said we have a lot of coin generators. And we even have Mutants Maker, and we have Beggar on top of that, so more coins where those came from. And that is probably what we're going to look to do here, unless we go with Peaches, which is probably preferable, because we are now at the 4 coin mark. Might want to do Sewer Raiders as well, but that's not as time sensitive. Yeah, we just, after they messed around with our setup here, I'm not sure we're really going to be able to keep pace at all. can try Beggar. I guess another Peaches would have also been useful, but maybe we try to save that one. At this point, it's pretty late in the round for that. We do get Flying Redanian out. Yeah, they've got a fair bit of movement going on at the moment. So I say we go with Sewer Raiders, and then we probably want to leave it at that, because I don't think this is a round we want to be investing all that heavily in, but the thinning is still helpful for future rounds. So yeah, let's probably leave it at this, unless we want to Tinboy on the biggest row, but nah, Catwitcher moves out. We'll pass. Okay, so that of course means they'll win round 1. Okay, we get Bincy, who would have been amazing in round 1 with all of our coin generators. We also get the Sausage Maker. They played one more card than us, so they may dry pass. Sausage Maker would be perfect in that case. Other than that, yeah, I mean, maybe we get rid of Peaches. Townsfolk is basically worse Bincy. I mean, now we might be a little bit lacking in coin generators, but we'll see. They look like they're going to try to play here. They are playing here. I'm a little bit surprised. It is pretty darn greedy. It's Figgis, their defender, in the range row? Not entirely sure what that's about. I think, in that case, we gotta go Bincy here and act on the assumption that they are planning to do something big. She is, of course, potentially our biggest engine here, so we are hoping she does not go down immediately. That would be rather unfortunate. She will get hit, but if we go with the Mutants Maker now, that'll give us more coins and give her another boost. Now, Townsfolk before then would have been a little more points, but I'm not sure we're gonna want to do that. Slash, we needed an immediate boost for Bincy, otherwise she was at risk of going down, so, I mean, I guess. Now, pacing-wise, this is a bit of a concern. We are going rather slowly. We are almost certainly going to want to use Moreelse Tribute, especially on Gezras. Possibly immediately. So I think we go for that. Right, well, no, actually, don't rush it. Go Rayla first. We are not going to get to choose whether to use her ability or not. We do, okay, good. That's what we wanted, and that gives us back Flying Redanian. I was going to say, we want to get her down first, ideally, because then she'll get boosted when we use the Tribute on Moreelse. And one more turn of Gezras is not a big deal this time around, because there's no one in the melee row for him to damage, so it actually doesn't really matter yet. Next turn, we are definitely going to want to get rid of him, though. And Tinboy is looking decent as well, but let's go Moreelse first. So with you, pay the tribute, remove you. That will get out the King of Beggars and give a ton of boosts for Bincy. We actually are in the lead right now, and so they pass. We did have Sausage Maker, which was going to be the next play, but won't need him here. So we'll have card advantage going into round 3. Okay, so we do have one card advantage. We have Sausage Maker, who, I mean, at least he has Profit 3, so he's maybe still usable here. We do have Tinboy Suspender. Maybe that means Bloody Good Fun is not the best option. Okay, maybe we're not going to use Tinboy's Tribute if we have Savolla. I'm not sure we're going to have enough coins for that. So we'll go... Oh, we have our leader ability still. So let's go Beggar first. Okay, then Hawker Smuggler for some hand boosting. It's not a huge deal. I'm thinking now we probably do Casino Bouncers. And given how we do still have our leader ability back, we can spend that coin. We'll still have plenty of coins to spare. That is, at least if we're willing to forgo Tinboy's Tribute and settle instead for just Savolla. I mean, have a choice. We can go either way. I think that Tinboy's is less needed, although actually, we go Tinboy here. We don't have enough anyway, so... Oh, also, I was too slow and we accidentally hit the wrong row, so, oops, Tinboy completely whiffs. That's the danger of this deck. But yeah, I was gonna say we can actually... Oh, we didn't have enough coins for the Tribute anyway, so never mind. I was gonna say we could get really clever, try to spend enough coins for one of them, and then get coins with Sausage Maker without paying for Resilience. But anyways, let's go Sausage Maker now. And we still have a big finisher with Savolla, of course. So we're saving that for last, and Flying Redanian is nice as well. That is not going to be a big setback for us, especially since we have our Jackpot leader ability remaining, so we are tied up here. Okay, I mean, they'll get a small boost. We'll do leader ability on whoever. It doesn't really matter. Savolla. I suppose we could have done... okay, well, they'll forfeit. Thanks. Don't even get to see us get the Frightener out. But yeah, I was going to say, in hindsight, we could have done Sausage Maker Profit, Tinboy Tribute, leader ability, and then Savolla Frightener. But even without that, we'll take the win. Okay, so going up against monsters here. And we'll go first. Okay, so we have Sewer Raiders here. Looks like we don't have a second, so that's fine. I think we are actually doing okay. No cards in our hand that we can't have in our hand, so that's good. In which case, let's start with an earner of some variety. Yes, we do have Tax Collector, so let's go with him. Then a Cave Troll. I mean, this, with it being Carapace and Melee Row Cave Troll, immediately looks like it's Keltullis. Now, what if we do Townsfolk, I guess? Just to get boosted from these coins here. Okay, it's Hideous Feast, so yeah, I mean, that looks a lot like Keltullis, given how that's a special card. So now, let's go with maybe more coin generation here. And I'm not loving the damage he just dealt to the Tax Collector. I would like to keep him. And there is Keltullis, as expected, so we're going to lose Mutants Maker here. That's not a huge deal. And if we use Beggar, that might get boosted enough that that would actually overtake Tax Collector, and we have Tax Collector as our weakest unit. Don't want to lose that, so let's instead go with a double summon here with the Sewer Raiders, so that way we're just losing one of the two units that we played. Okay, and... oh, a little too slow! You ended up boosting us by mistake. Okay, now Beggar is safe. Or we could go Peaches even, because worst comes to worst, we're going to lose that Sewer Raiders, which is not really a big problem, since that's not an engine. Mata, they're going to make this round longer. I mean, I suppose that does make some sense. We can get another Peaches out here. And we could try to do Sausage Maker Resilience, but that's a little bit of an issue because it would be our lowest card, especially if you consider that Peaches will continue to get boosted. Oh, but I love the Redanian. Oh, that's huge. That means that this is always going to be the card that gets removed by Keltullis, and it's always going to come back as long as we keep enough coins. So we can go with Peaches here if we like. It's a little late in the round for Peaches, yes, but as I was saying, we get Flying Redanian back. It is basically a hard counter for Keltullis. Oh. What are you doing with that? You're consuming Keltullis? Okay. Sure. Let's go for the Resilience here. It is possible, if they are able to consume Arrakis Queen, for them to, well, get Keltullis back, but since we have the Flying Redanian out here, it's not really a problem. So they will get Keltullis here, in that case. And I think we just get rid of you. It actually does mean we're going to lose the Redanian, because we did spend all of our coins, so it might not have been the best play, but I didn't really love the looks of Tinboy or Savolla there. Oh, that is well done. Very smart on the Purification on Sausage Maker. We actually don't have enough coins to use them unless we use a leader ability, which we probably should, except we don't have enough time. So, well played there. We definitely could have won round 1, but we'll see if we can still make it work in round 2 and round 3. Okay, so we draw into King of Beggars, and we don't want that. So now we have Great Earner, Thinning, which might not be a luxury we can afford here, but otherwise some really good spenders. So we still have our leader ability. That should be fine, but they could definitely bleed out some big stuff. Now, they are going to go with Witch's Sabbath. That's not terribly surprising. For us, that does conveniently mean we get Sausage Maker back. Now they have 2 Keltullises. I see what the idea was. Let's do this to get more coin generation. Okay, so Tax Collector is in the incorrect row, so that's not good for him. And it's either going to be Tax Collector, well, actually, both Tax Collector and Sewer Raiders we're going to lose here. They lock Sausage Maker. I am displeased about that. We could go Casino Bouncers, I suppose. But it does mean that, again, with a bunch of units, some of them are going to get destroyed. Heatwave. No, not on Imke. Okay, we do still have Savolla as a big finisher, so I'm relatively okay with what we have going on because of that. Although only way we're going to get enough coins for that is if we do use our leader ability, which is not great, but it looks like Tinboy is definitely not going to be enough for that to do the job by himself, so I think it is going to need to be Jackpot. And then Savolla with the tribute. That'll give us King of Beggars, and I would like to spend a lot here just to make sure that King of Beggars does not get destroyed by the Keltullis. A Royal Decree. And I don't think that's going to be enough for them, so I think we pass here. Even with us losing 2 cards, we can have 1 card advantage going into round 3. Okay, so we have spenders, but we don't have much in the way of earners other than the Tax Collector, so I think we might even... Tinboy's good, but, well, Bincy, I think we don't have enough coin generation until we do that for that to work. Azar Javed, also maybe not ideal. Okay, well, now we have a ton of coin generation, so would have been great if we had Bincy in hindsight, but couldn't have known that in advance. Okay, Squirrel, I mean, it shouldn't matter what you're banishing from our deck, unless you have even more elaborate plans to somehow... Oh, you did use... Hold on, you might have put Witch's Sabbath back into your deck. You might do it again. That is possible. Oh, now I'm very curious how they finish, but maybe not. Maybe they figure even if they do, they won't catch up because they forfeit. Alright, so going up against Nilfgaard here, and they'll go first. Okay, and we have 2 Casino Bouncers, so let's get rid of one of those. Otherwise, this looks good. No repeats or cards that we can't have in our hand. Obviously, we have repeat Tax Collector, but that's fine. You know what I mean. Masquerade Ball. Okay. That means don't have any tall units. That's probably fine. At least to start things off, we'll just be beginning with coin generators. They might be looking to play quickly, though, using their stratagem on that first Thirsty Dame. But, okay. That's very aggressive. Oh, that does hurt, though. You just RNG'd the heck out of that. Don't pretend for a second like you planned for that. That is probably the second most effective card they could have possibly gotten out from our deck. Now, let's see. I thought we had more coin generation. We do. I mean, we could go Townsfolk first. I mean, don't have as much coin generation after they lock the Tax Collector, so that's not great. Okay, so they are just super controlled. Is this our previous Nilfgaard deck where we just went full-blown control, poison, locking everything? It might be. In which case, I mean, we'll generate a few more coins here. That will be enough that if we want to use Sausage Maker, we could do that. Okay. Thinking, I mean, we might theoretically be able to pass them here if we were super aggressive, but without the time to do the calculations, we'll pass and take the round 1 loss. Okay, so we used a bunch of coin generators in round 1. We don't really have many remaining other than that Mutants Maker, so let's try swapping some other things around. I mean, Rayla is certainly a good card. We might need to stick with this, so we avoid potentially getting a card that we don't want to have in our hand. So we're on even cards. Okay, are they actually milled? Kinda, sorta. Okay, so let's maybe go Townsfolk first, and then, of course, we'll look to generate coins soon thereafter with the Mutants Maker. I mean, yes, apparently. And that's actually problematic, because we do, of course, have King of Beggars hanging out there. He's not yet come out, and that is very much something we want to make sure happens. Please stop milling our deck. Fortunately, you have not milled anything terribly important. Well, you've milled some things important, Savolla, namely. But what if we now go... Azar Javed will withhold the tribute, That way we're just generating coins. Trying to get up to 9. I mean, I suppose we could have gone Rayla, which would have been a little bit preferable. Then she could have gotten boosted from Azar Javed, but... Okay, yeah, you know... Casino Bouncers is now not as good, it's sure. I'm thinking at this point we have enough coins. Let's try to get by with Peaches. We are close to the 9 coin mark, but we aren't quite there yet. So we can, if they don't continue to mill, we can make up our mind as to whether he wants to, I mean, I suppose, oh, well, I mean, the Redanian is coming out at 9, I should say. It is a tribute that affects King of Beggars. So, well, I mean, let's play it slow here, because we do have a lead. They did poison Peaches, and she is one of our few engines we still have here. Okay, you're gonna Yenvo. So, fortunately, that means it might now be comparatively safe to use Sausage Maker. We're hoping they have burned through much of their control. But Oneiromancy makes me a little nervous. They're gonna lock Sausage Maker, maybe? I mean, he's already put on the Resilience, so... unless you've got way to remove a locked card, then we should still be fine. Okay, Fallen Rayla, I guess we use you. I guess we pay the tribute. And then that's probably going to be the last card we play, because we've got a pretty sizable lead here. Okay, that's fine. That means we'll win round 2, and we do have some carryover with the Sausage Maker. Okay, and somehow King of Beggars has dodged the mill thus far, so let's put him back into our deck. Sewer Raiders, I imagine they probably milled out the other one, but we'll see. Okay, Imke is great for coin generation, so, I mean, sure, we'll start with her in that case. And then we'll probably look to get Bincy. Okay, Hoakim into Thirsty Dame. Now let's do, I mean, that's going to be great for Moreelse, but let's go Bincy. I almost played her in the melee row. We're good, don't worry about it. Coup de Grace definitely gonna be Hoakim, right? So another Hoakim into Poison. This will be a little interesting to see who they go for. It's Bincy, okay, sure. Then Beggar, for more coins, we'll get Bincy Bigger. That's 9 coins, that'll get out the Redanian. Then I'm thinking we probably go Moreelse next. Okay, they will have enough poison to remove Bincy, which is unfortunate, because she was going to get pretty big once we use Jackpot. But now let's do this, and we will pay the tribute to destroy You Are the Biggest. That will get out King of Beggars, which will use a few rounds of the boost there, because of course we will get coins from Bloody Good Fun. Okay, Blightmaker. It's not a huge play. Then let's use at least a few of these, and then use the remaining stuffs on you. Oh, don't forget leader ability. And try to spend with King of Beggars, but I was too slow. So that means 17-point lead here. Vincent, they can remove a 5-point unit, but that is not enough, so we will still take the win. Alright, so going up against Scoia'tael here, and this could be our previous deck. Okay, so we have 2 Casino Bouncers in our hand. Let's get rid of one of those. Flying Redanian in our hand. Let's get rid of that. And then, do we have 1 or 2 Sewer Raiders? Looks like just 1, so I think we're fine in that case. This looks good. And assuming they are a Dwarves deck, they don't have a ton of damage, so Imke should be relatively safe. Why not? Put the Grizzle Skull on, though, just in case. Okay, then it is Xavier, okay. So now, let's go with Peaches to match their engine. Oh, well, technically we're going to need one more turn worth of coins before that is the case, but... Now let's go Sewer Raiders, because we can get the other one out from our deck. Yarpin. They have another way to give him armor than he can be. Pretty big card. Peaches is getting pretty low here. I think we go... Oh, Casino Bouncers, and, well, I was too slow, and I'm not going to get the chance to thin you out here, but we'll do that on our next turn. Okay, Tempering to give Yarpin armor is good. That will give him more of a boost. Now let's get you out. And we could go with Rayla here. I'm not sure how much we're going to be doing, though, in the way of spending tributes. In this round, we'd like to save Savolla. There is the Flying Redanian. I'm thinking next play is probably going to be the Sausage Maker, because they're getting resilience. Why don't we get resilience as well? And then Guard, they don't have that many Dwarves out there. So we could go Bloody Good Fun, and that would deal quite a bit of damage to Zoltan. Why don't we go for that? Because that gets rid of him altogether. Does mean we are now no longer at the Peaches threshold, but that's fine. We can take the round 1 win and be the only person with resilience. Okay, so we draw into Beggar, Mutants Maker, and Bincy, which is kind of nice. Gives us some more sources of generating coins with our coin engines and spenders. We might even push here. Because we are a card down, but we have the resilience there, so we have the unit advantage. Let's go Mutants Maker. At the very least, we can bleed this out a bit, and we could even put resilience back on the Sausage Maker. Technically speaking, I suppose we should have put Bincy first if we were going to commit to that. So yeah, I mean, we still have our leader ability, so we can do that too. They are not going to have really any tall removal, so we can go crazy with Bincy, and it shouldn't really matter. A Dwarven Mercenary. Just a point slam unit. Beggar here for more coins. That'll get Bincy bigger. Then I'm thinking we'll go Rayla, and then either Azar Javed or Savolla after that, but I'm thinking we go all in here. Okay, Figus is their defender, but we don't care too much about that. We'll go Rayla now, and with Rayla, we will pay her tribute, get her bigger, and that'll also get Bincy bigger. Again, we normally would be concerned about Bincy getting taken out, but I happen to know that they don't have much in the way of removal here. So let's actually go, I think, Savolla next. We'll pay the tribute. This will get out the King of Beggars, and I wanted to do that so that we have some time to do some spend in there. Gezros, okay, well, granted, we should have known that was coming, so we should try to focus more on our range row to avoid the damage from him. So now we go Azar Javed. We pay the tribute, and we use Jackpot on really anybody. Oh, we, I suppose, could have spent even more coins for the King of Beggars. I honestly totally forgot about that. But we do get the Flying Redanian back out, and we have a pretty sizable lead here. They will get a lot of boost there from Gezros and damage on their next turn, but is it enough? I don't think it will be. We'll have to see. It's tempering. Certainly not in that case. So there you have it. We beat our previous deck. So there's the look at a speedy Syndicate deck for the new Battle Rush seasonal event, and if my math is correct, then I think this is our 100th deck guide, which is pretty cool. If you liked the video, then make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and leave a comment down below to let me know which other cards, archetypes, and factions you'd like us to experiment with next. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you next time.